to the Mixt Nutz comedy podcast. Positive news only. And we have Quincy The Cockney Prince, we have Patrick, and we have Jay. Hey! Come on. Saddam. How you doing, fellas? How you doing? You alright? Pretty good?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get into it. First one we have is peace in the Middle East. Is Trump the peacemaker?
Well, he hasn't got a Nobel Peace Prize yet, and I don't think he ever will. But, like, the one thing I would say is the whole thing about, like, America and Israel bombed Iran based on one report of weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
One. Yeah. If you apply for a part-time job at Tescos, even they ask for two references. That's what I'm saying it.
And I applied for a job at Tesco's, and Saddam Hussein was my supervisor, and I still never got the job. Absolutely shocking. It was.
So I was interviewed by Pinochet.
Yeah. I know. Me and Quincy were working the yacht. That's what it was like. Hey, do you know what? I was shocked when I heard that Trump had got 10 nominations for the Nobel Peace Prize, and then it was Netanyahu who had nominated him. And then I didn't realize you could vote for yourself. 9 times he voted for himself to be a Nobel Peace Prize winner.
I'm just still trying to get my head around the abuser becoming the voice of peace. The voice of peace. I mean, it's good. It's just like, I don't know. There's a demographic of individuals. Like, let me just break it down. Yeah. We've had Tarzan, right? That's the Great White Hope. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
And it's like, how desperate the white community that they wanted to get this. I stopped it. I stopped the peace in the Middle East. It's just like, Trump, of all people.
Yeah, but
Trump, you know.
You do not realise, Quincy, that Jay, in a few years' time, Jesus, I mean, we already saw pictures of Jesus that he looks more European than Middle Eastern, but Jesus will look like Trump in 7 years' time. Jesus will be orange. He's gone from Middle Eastern, Mediterranean, to white to orange. It's going to be amazing.
I'm just waiting, obviously, when Jesus comes back, I'm going to say another 2,000 years, and he books into the Trump Towers. I mean, to be fair, the rapture is coming, and we'll talk about it later. Anyway, so hashtag Anita Baker.
Yeah. Del, did you hear about this in the Middle East about the Riyadh? Is it the Riyadh?
Riyadh Comedy Festival.
Oh yes.
Come on, would you? Okay, perform. Let's have a look. Del, would you perform?
Yes.
Yeah. Go on, Jay.
Yeah, I would if I get bigger audiences than my Edinburgh show.
Yeah,
I would. Definitely.
I'd do it for Big Mac larger fries.
Yeah. See, thank you. This is the thing. There was 2 types of people, 2 types of comedians. Wasn't there? There was the ones who complained about it, and then there was the ones who did it, who got offered it, and that's the thing. Loads of it, and this was the thing. I get it. At the end of the day, we can't criticize each other for what you do. Just crack on with it. Let someone do their job. And people were saying, "Oh, you couldn't go to this festival," and I was like, "Listen." It's 350 grand was for some of the gigs, wasn't it? And look, and I'm 50% Arab, so for me that's a homecoming. I've got no problem whatsoever. It is the equivalent of the IRA ringing me up and saying, "Will you come and do a gig for us for 50 grand?" I'll be like, hold the line, let me find me balaclava. Of course I'm going to do the gig.
350 grand. I think I'll be the open act for Reform. Hello, nice son.
It's the Farage. It's brilliant.
Come on. I tell you what, whilst we're on this subject of reform, how dangerous is the UK?
Oh, it's. I live in St Albans. If nothing happens in St Albans, we are so posh. We don't even fraternize with people like that.
Oh my God! The most dangerous thing about St Albans is going into estate agents and trying to buy a £3 million house.
That is true. That is true. It gets violent.
So I'm just saying, you in St Albans now because you was around the corner for me. So
yes.
Obviously, is that what marriage does? Or
no, this is
witness protection?
No, I used to live in East London. And I got married and I moved to St Albans. And the reason is I've got good credit rating.
That's right. There you go.
You are the missus. Where's your missus? Is she from St Albans?
She's rich. She's rich.
Tinted.
Love you. I fucking love you.
So whilst we're talking about credit ratings, somebody who's got a wonderful credit rating, Mr. Ed Sheeran, plenty of money, has decided that he might leave Britain because he
feels un-British.
My question is where is Ed Sheeran going to move to that he'll just blend in? Like, the guy's white and ginger. I mean,
Middle East, Gaza. When Trump's there, he'll be able to blend in. Once Trump's there, Ed can play all of the hotels that Donald Trump owns in the Gaza and the West Bank.
yeah.
Well, he's quite big in the black community. I mean, he's done a lot of tracks with a lot of rap artists and stuff, and he's well respected. So I could see him being in Crenshaw.
Anyway. But he is so talented. This is the weird thing about it, though. It's about this Britishness thing that he doesn't feel he fits in. Ironically, I don't know anyone from Britain who would pass a British citizenship test.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense. What is Britishness? The whole point of Britishness is it's made up of people coming here and then just making up our own thing.
I would say, I mean, proper British. I mean, you take the piss.
Yeah,
that's what people do.
Exactly.
And our sense of humor, we take the piss. That doesn't matter what situation or circumstances, we take the piss. We can be. I've seen people being arrested. Geezers being arrested. Because, oh, mate, it's a bit tight. Yeah, when you into bondage, are you?
See, that's good. That's Britishness.
That's Britishness to the.
What a question on the British citizenship.
Yeah.
Test, and the answer is whatever is the most sarcastic response. I think that's right.
What would you say is the Britishness then? If someone said, what would you?
Well,
sense of humor.
I guess the sense of Britishness to me is basically taking over 2/3 of the entire planet, and this is where Asians have come into this, because we decided to take over 2/3 of the UK, and this is why Reform are shitting themselves. So we have British values. We're taking over this place. Look at this lineup, for fuck's sake.
This is integration. Don't tell Robert Cheddar.
If you want to tell a proper British person, this practically is what you have to do, is drop a plate and just watch it smash. And if you hear,
Love it. Exactly. Round of applause. Drop it again. Drop it again. Del, what's Britishness to you? What do you think?
Rice and peas.
Rice and peas. Yes. I'm almost.
So he's talking garden peas, not not gungle peas. He's talking garden peas.
From the allotment.
From the allotment,
The allotment peas. I tell you what, I think food is very important. I think Britishness is meal deals. Do you know that around the world that doesn't exist? It's only in Britain that you can get a meal deal. Around the world, everyone else is just happy buying a sandwich because they want a sandwich, not because they want an equation of a combination of stuff.
And I will say this as well. If you can eat an egg cress sandwich without washing it down with any form of liquid, you should just come in, right? Because that's got to be the driest sandwich I have ever witnessed. In how hungry have you got to be to say? Who wakes up and says, "You know what? I am starving. I want an egg cress sandwich."
Egg cress, and we are ironically, we're 100 yards from Covent Garden, where egg cress was. I only know this because I'd seen it in a magazine here. Egg cress was invented here or created here 200 years ago when people were skinned and they had to eat egg cress. That was a filling. Yeah. It was cress. And we're still, and they're selling it.
And they're selling it. Yeah. They have literally monetized tadpole.
Yeah, exactly. We're like, someone needs to tell us.
All right then. So, apparently, Putin is back on his game, and he is having his own Eurovision. His own Eurovision without the gays.
Del, in fact, you're the most talented in music out of all of it. You should. I don't think any of us have seen Eurovision. Have you seen it?
No.
You've never seen Eurovision?
I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Eurovision. Yeah, I watch it all the time. I like watching the gays. Yeah, I watch it all the time. I love it. I ain't gonna lie to it. It's hilarious. I just love to see the artists from different countries camp up rap.
Yeah.
When they camp camp. You know, how you make the word motherfucking camp? When you do all that you camp it up.
All you got to do is fire a glitter gun right across Stormzy in hot pants and just fire glitter at him and stick
a whole different meaning of bust a cap in your ass.
It's that. Have we got any Eurovision fans here? Pete and Cam, are you guys Eurovision?
No, you got to love Eurovision, man. Come on now.
Come on, have you seen it? Go on. Have you got what is it in a nutshell? Have you?
What year was the last year you watched? Last year?
Go on, tell us about Eurovision because
It's only decisions.
yeah, I was panicking.
No, it's about 2 years ago. About 2 years.
So, go on. So what happened? Is that the one that Ukraine won? But
Yes.
England was it Sam Smith?
I think it was that one.
Yeah.
It was that one that you...
Ukraine won that one, yeah.
Yeah, it was that one.
Were they good?
Complain?
Okay, so they were good. Okay.
Either or, but...
That's my question. Who are you going to complain to?
No, I didn't point. Well, it's entertaining.
We was robbed.
No,
Should have won that year. But because of Ukraine, they were the token winners. Yeah.
Yeah. And Sam Smith
Reforms
was
it tonight. Reforms it.
yeah.
No, not at all. No, but I was brought up with Eurovision. I love it. It was great. Sandy Shaw, Puppet on the String and all that. And Cliff Richard.
Do you know what? I've never seen it, but I've heard it's amazing because they put on a proper. But the amount of people who come from that ABBA. Look, you wouldn't have ABBA if it wasn't for Eurovision.
And the UK didn't give them any votes.
Done.
Yeah, that's true.
And look at how they're repaying it by making every musical West End and theme bar ABBA.
Yeah.
They couldn't get reprimation.
Me, I always, for me, the Eurovision Song Contest is just, I just wait for the Norway vote. Yeah, because I'm just used to hearing Norway. Nilpois. That's the first time I heard that. Nilpois. For about 3 years straight, I heard Norway. Nilpois. I always use that now.
They're not good singers then.
I just think they're like Norwegians for some strange reason.
So here's the thing. They could now, quite reasonably, use AI for their music, for their entry. What do you think about that?
Oh, that is a good point. That's already happened.
Yeah.
Did anyone see this on? So it was on YouTube. There's a band who've got 15 million followers or whatever. Or they've got massive hits, and then it was only after, was it Summer or something they called? And then it was only after a couple of months someone realised it's not a real band because they tried to Google them and find out whether, and it was literally just AI. Who is that, Del?
I cannot remember the name of the band. I know exactly who you mean.
Yeah.
They're
I would say, judging by the state of rap music, that's AI because only AI can do the and I'm like, oh, AI's got a glitch. Where's the flow?
Yeah. It is weird though because they are using AI to write lyrics. Would you be happy, Jay, if AI wrote your stand-up?
Oh, yeah. Well, this is the reason why I reckon Terminator is not a comedy film because AI can't do comedy. If AI could do comedy, like Terminator would be like Arnold Schwarzenegger would be doing, corny one-liners after everyone he's shot, by the way.
Yeah.
And the reason why it isn't a comedy is because AI is shit, right?
Oh, I'd love that Arnold Schwarzenegger doing comedy and just going, nobody laughs. And he goes, okay, I want your clothes, I want your wife, I want your purse.
And your punchlines. Give me now.
And your laughter. I want your laughter and your soul. Yeah.
Right at the end of his set, I'll be back.
Great. What about you? What, Quince, would you use AI?
No, I wouldn't. I like to. I think that's as an art form, stand up is moments, and I think AI has it mastered moments. It's like being in that room at that time, anything could happen. So no, I wouldn't use AI. But if it was in Saudi Arabia, yes, I would.
Yeah, that's 350 grand at all. Oh my goodness! I actually
the moment.
Because in Saudi you weren't allowed to talk about certain things like religion, the royal family, things like that. So you just go into AI and go, just give me jokes that don't involve any of this, and then it would just Google. It would Google Lee Evans' set, and then you could just do Lee Evans, which was such a great.
I remember the first time I gigged in Riyadh, and I was given the list before I went in there, and the list was so long. It was literally the first 10 minutes was staring at people.
Yeah.
I was just like,
I did. Do you know the one in Abu Dhabi, Bahrain, and all them places? I did that and it was so funny. The one there, they went like this. They went, also, don't mention this. And I went, yeah, okay, fair enough. Whatever, sex, violence, whatever, get that. And then they went, and then they said, also, don't mention, please don't mention King Abdullah Muhammad and his wife, and don't mention his daughter's sons. And they list off a load of names. I didn't even know who these people were.
There you go. And I said, I can't mention something that I can't pronounce.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What did they ever? And they ever do a routine with 11 random people I've never heard of?
But it's really funny. The first time we done it, I was with very good comedy friends of ours, I was with Adam Bloom,
You meet
and
them.
Otis Kenneline.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and I turned into a snitch because I was the first comic on,
Oh,
and I said, the last guy is on's a Jew.
Let yourself out, Adam.
Now.
Otis must have been panicking because he's probably do they think it's me? Otis is coming on with a full dish, dressed up like an Arab, just to make sure it's that.
Yeah, so there are some people who think they are extremely funny. The social media account managers of Argos and Currys.
Yeah, that story that they've both got beef. That's like two old uncles, just haven't got on since one of their wives left them for the other one. Just like the oldest big street market, Argos and Currys.
It is that. No, you're right. It's like two uncles who were great granddads who used to be, back in the day, they used to be big powerhouses.
Yes.
And they want everyone in the whole estate to know that they can still hold up a punch, but they can't. They're just two old men who are just collapsing.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get as much attention. But do you know what? Fair play to them, because I didn't even realise that they were still going. I thought when you said Currys was... I thought,
Well, I didn't. I thought I know Argos was doing it, but I thought Currys shut down. Like
Dixon's, yeah.
really
Radio Rentals. Do you remember that? Rumbelows. Do you remember them?
Yeah. How old are you? Rumbelows.
Yeah, you remember Rumbelows? You don't remember that? Quince.
You'll be talking about Woolworths.
Yeah, well, that's there.
Rumbelows. What do they sell?
They used to go and rent a washing machine. You'd rent like a white goods oven. So if you needed like a washing machine or a fridge, like people couldn't buy them, so you just go to Rumbelows and you give them like, back then I think it was 79 pence or something, in a week or a month, and then you'd leave your children as a deposit, and then you just go, and then you go, and then after about 3 months you couldn't pay them, but you go, but I like this fridge, I'll keep it in the fridge. And then the kids went off, and then they're working in Currys now.
Rumbelows.
Rumbelows.
I got my first hi-fi in Currys.
Oh, what, recently?
Yeah. I got the separate, back in the day, the separate stack Pioneer. Yeah. And I remember the geezer selling it to me. He goes, it's got 3D sound. And I was like, yeah, really? Yeah. And he pulled, and I gave him a tape, and then the 3D sound was basically, he just moved it around the fucking loop.
Do you know what? That, ironically, that's probably worth about 80 grand now. That's a collector's item.
I've still got it. I've still got it.
Keep hold of that.
I've still got it.
Right, yeah.
My first hi-fi was an Amstrad. Right, remember them?
Yeah, that's a computer game, isn't it?
Alan Sugar loves you, boy.
Yeah.
Amstrad.
It was shit. It was shit. Like, if he's watching, by the way, it was rubbish. Bring us a refund of $8.99. Try that.
But that's the thing, though. It was funny, wasn't it? When Amstrad, Commodore, all that, we never had any of them. But I remember back in the day where people they were quite advanced when you went round someone's house who had one of them. And then people now talk about AI is going to take over humankind. And I was like, mate, a Commodore 64 would take over most of the north of England. It's so advanced back then. You couldn't compete with it. You couldn't compete with a Commodore in 1984. How are you going to compete with it now?
Well, speaking of games, we have companies in Japan that are gamifying their working conditions, giving people points for doing things like cleaning up.
I'm familiar with this story, and I am quite familiar with that kind of bartering, so to speak. That's how my dad used to get me and my brothers to clean the house. No word of a lie. He used to say, "Look, if you make the bed, I will give you food.
Oh, that's good.
I will feed you." Okay,
that's brilliant. Having a sleepover at Quincy's house, you just keep messing up the bed so you can get free food. I'd be like, Quincy's dad.
If these two came out, it'd be like a buffet.
Yeah, exactly. Quincy's dad, I've just tucked the quilts in. Come on, I'll put the pillows in. That is mental. That is crazy. So what, basically, they're paying them by literally if you do a cleaning job.
Yeah. I mean, like, the obvious thing is just pay them more. But that'd just be the best kind of
pay them,
for anyone.
Pay them a living wage, and then they probably just do the job.
So you imagine when they walk into work and the supervisor goes, "Want a points, Mike? Keep me your job. Keep me your job. Keep me your job." Want a points, Mike?
No.
Keep on paying the mortgage. Keep on paying the mortgage.
There you go.
No one's going into work going, "Oh, I wonder what game we're going to play today. Is it hide and seek? So we can just shove all the rubbish underneath the thing."
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that is crazy.
That's hilarious.
While we're on the subject of parents, anybody heard of this gentle parenting? Gen Z? Yeah. Oh,
go on.
I know he's heard of it. Jay's heard of it.
I have 2 kids, and if they're watching, right, I'm not gentle parenting you. F off, okay? I cannot stand gentle.
What is gentle parenting?
Like, you just kind of treat
What do we do?
kids. Yeah, no. Exactly.
It's what people do. It's like, don't do that.
Turn out.
It's a gun. Put it down. That will hurt you. It will hurt someone. Put down the Uzi. This is gentle parenting.
Parenting.
Now, this is what I mean. Like, the whole thing about gentle parenting, what that really does is it just perpetuates some weird fantasy that the kids grow up thinking that that's what real life is going to be. That is not what real life is going to be. I watched Gilmore Girls with both of my daughters, and the Gilmore Girls. Have you seen the show?
No, I'm an adult.
What is the Gilmore Girls?
Right.
This sounds like a
Summarize it. It's a single parent, right, bringing up her daughter in America, and she grows up and she wants to go off to Harvard, right? Now, my daughter sat there. I watched it with her when she was about 10, right? And now she wants to go to Harvard. And I'm sitting there going, really? Why do you want to go to Harvard? It's fiction, right? Because I've watched 9 seasons of Gilmore Girls, right? Not once have I ever seen Rory Gilmore, the daughter, study, right? Any times we have studied, it's a drama show, right? And like, I've seen clips of her room, right? Immaculate, right? There are no plates and cups lying around the place, right? Unlike my daughter, clean the bloody room up for sakes, right?
I always say Harvard, because here in the current climate, they're not taking no more international students, so you can get anyway.
Yeah. My daughter said,
Unless I thought it was American,
yeah,
she ain't getting in.
yeah, totally. My daughter's sitting there kind of going, look, she got voted valedictorian. I know, because it's in the script, for crying out loud. It's not real.
I just like to know gentle parenting. That is hilarious. That is, I like who. The person who made that up ain't got no children.
Yeah.
And they clearly don't live in areas of working class areas. They have never heard. Gentle parenting in my area is when the parent calls the child the C word less than 4 times.
I tell you, in my area, the only kid that never got hit by their dad was because they didn't have a dad. That was the only, it didn't exist. Every kid got hit by a mum and a dad.
A mum and dad, yeah. It was routine.
Yeah, it's now, oh my God, the parents will get arrested.
Gentle parenting. That is hilarious.
Whilst we're on the subject of parents and gentle parenting and children, apparently RFK has found another link to autism, saying that it has to do with kids who have circumcision.
I'm going to say this with RFK, whatever you want to call himself. He finds more cures or something else apart from his throat. Now, find the cure for your throat first, then look other places. You know, it's like, I'm not taking a cure for a man who talks like a Dalek. But
I found a new link to autism. Voting Republican is directly linked to causing autism. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, make that viral.
So yeah, exactly. And the best way to cure autism.
We don't say that autism isn't a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing to have. It's not a bad thing to have.
And I'll tell you what else you can edit out. How to get rid of autism. Don't have any autism tests. That'll get rid of autism. Stop testing.
And autism is like a big, it's such a wide range, so you can't even pin it down. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is the same guy who said that it was what was it, the tablet?
The
paracetamol.
Yeah, paracetamol. Yeah.
Paracetamol. Yeah. So everybody on a Friday night in London is at a steaming and wake up with autism and they've taken some paracetamol.
I know. Yeah.
Are you drunk, Dad? No, I have autism, son. I was off my face last night. Pass me that colouring paper.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We're literally got the last 5 minutes of the podcast. Come in, jump in. Here we go. We've got a lovely couple. Where are you guys from?
Kent.
Yeah, well, and Battersea. Wow, well done. Look at this.
Do you know what? Is there a camera thing in your back? And I thought it was like Yeah, I thought it was the arrows like like the Hunger Games.
Oh, she does. That's a compliment, isn't it? Yeah, you look like. Have you ever been chased across Kent by someone with arrows? No. He's from Kent. Yeah, she's Battersea.
Battersea, yeah.
How did you meet? Was it on an archery site, or how did you meet? Were you throwing axes at a fence? At school. Oh, are you childhood sweethearts? Oh, that's beautiful. Have a look. These two met at school. Look. He was the teacher.
Yeah.
Poor Cam was the student.
Eurovision.
If you see 12 Days a Slave, the school was called Candyland.
Oh, brilliant. So we've been talking about topics, certain things that's gone on Eurovision. There was other things. What else were we talking about, Del?
I don't know.
Del, we'll ask them to give us a topic. You give us a topic, so we talk about.
Why are we going to mess up his stuff?
No, because I'm done.
Guy, just make me redundant.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He just AI'd ya. He just AI'd ya.
Del's gonna take the question and then work through it. Go on, question. Anything you want, any topical,
anything topical.
It could be about relationships. It could be about something maybe like that. You've got experience. All three of us here been
married. Any arguments going on between you?
72 times. So,
like turning up on time.
Yeah,
maybe.
Wow. You have every right to shoot that arrow in the air. Fine.
Stamp duty. Oh, Del.
Conservatives are trying to get rid of it. Yeah, no.
So that is good for a first-time buyer. Have you two bought yet? Are you living together yet?
No, not. You're not together. I know.
Oh, do you know him? Oh, what's going on here?
This young, I got so much love for this young. She brings guys of all different ages just to mention.
What's going on here?
She's just like different. She's just trying to find the right age to settle down to get the house. I love this girl.
Del, what is going on here? Quincy's hard jacket. What's going on? Right,
I've never seen this.
You know Quincy. Do you know Quincy as well? Oh, how long have you know? Okay, me and Jay and Del are going to try and work out how long we're going to work out the relationship. Who met Quincy first? So you did, and you were with someone else when you first met him, and this is another.
No, it was a female. She was a female when we first met it. A female friends. You guess. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
She's literally.
Yes, you are.
Here's the trick about stamp duty, right? Get someone who's a lot older who's already got their own house, right? You won't have to ever bother about stamp duty ever again. This is it. That's the way how to get around stamp duty. That's it.
Typing together. Well, you might be.
Has he got a house?
I'm not older, you know.
Well, you doing exactly what Jay did with his wife. His missus had a house, and she already had a husband and a family as well. So he just slotted straight in. Jay's best advice ever. He's like the Martin Lewis of the scam world.
Yeah, my own kids. They're not my own kids. I wasn't even there.
That is crazy, though, isn't it?
I'm old school. I got my house by traditional ways. I'll sleep with a granny.
Yeah. Oh, she's not happy with that.
It was her granny, you know.
No, you know. Stop crying.
That's why she's coming here.
Your granddad. Have a look at granddad.
That's why she comes every week, just to check on her inheritance.
Get more.
All right. Let's move.
Oh, come on, Del. Tell us what night is Grab a Granny night at the social? What? Because we're all trying to.
Let me text Rooney.
All right, then. So, as we're talking about moving into old age, we all want to live longer, but one of the things we do is exercise. Apparently, long distance running now will give you cancer.
That's how me that question.
Well.
Yeah. Can I just say that research is probably done from someone who's never ran in their life and never wants to, and they've probably just gone right. They've probably gone right. One of my family members has tried to sign me up for a marathon, and they've gone right. Let me get out of this. Oh yeah, running a marathon will cause cancer and make your balls fall off. So that's
the classic case. You know the Ethiopians and East Africans, they win long distance running, right? The things they would do to stop black people from winning races, right? They're going to say, do you know if you keep on winning, you get cancer? You know that shit. Yeah. Keep to, stop running. Stop running. Give the whites to the Asians a fucking chance, fuck's sake. You got cancer. Get cancer on the fucking foot.
So true though. So mental. Have you all run? Let's have a look. Let's go around.
Yeah, you have to run.
What distance running?
My longest distance probably about 10 meters.
10 meters.
Yeah.
Gee, so you got carried up the stairs.
Yeah. I had to drop the kids to school and it was raining, so I just ran that like 3 meters. And it's like ran that's 6 technically.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, that's about.
I used to run.
You run?
I run. I run for a little while now, but I used to run and do the boxing. 5 miles every day.
Yeah.
5 miles to the school I used to mentor at, and then 5 miles, so 10 miles a day.
Yeah, I used to do the same. I used to run 5 miles every day to the boxing gym with Quincy, but then I moved to a house closer, and then I just walked instead.
And my quickest of doing 5 miles, right? But I was assisted. You know when they say wind assisted? I was assisted, but I was chased by a dog for the last 2. It's amazing when a dog's chasing after you with fucking teeth. Yeah, and you get to that finishing line.
Yeah. There's nothing like motivation of getting rabies. Getting a rabies to get you there.
You know what I mean? I was like, you know what, man? 31 minutes. You know, when's your dog coming back again on the green way?
Del, you look like a runner. Have you run?
I have run indeed.
How often do you run?
Twice a week.
What sort of distance?
Miles.
You look like a 400 meter runner. Huh? You tall. Are you long distance? Sprint.
No, Del's got a lot of muscle. That would be.
That's why I said 400 meters, because you got to have endurance. 400 meters is no joke.
That's 40 times more than Jay can do. Right.
That'll take me at least 3 hours.
400 meters.
Let's see everyone else quickly. Runners, you look like you're runners. Walkers, runners, long hiking.
And the car trainers.
Well, what's that?
Did you nick?
They're trainers. Someone's a liar. I love the way I don't own a pair of trainers and she lifts up the train.
And they're too classy to run in. They're too classy.
That's true.
You don't run in those, man. You pose in those.
They are cool, yeah. Running?
Every good.
Oh, good.
That's like at least once every millennia.
Sport, but yeah, good.
You play cricket? Yeah, I can see like you got that cricket physique. Yeah.
Cricket.
Again?
What gives cricket physique?
He just stands by the boundary, right, and just waits for someone to hit a 4.
Yeah.
Talks to the crowd. It's got that kind of physique. It's got that umpire. It's not got the jacket. It's got that umpire look. Let that umpire look. Here's a geezer who does this all the time. We're out. Full time nasty out.
Go on, do that. Lift your finger up.
No, it's the wrong finger. LBW, if he does that, then it's fucking bait. He keeps the finger, the one finger.
I love that. He even did it to Quincy. He was heckling. It was just like that.
Yeah.
Go on. Get out.
That last gag a bit dodgy.
Get
The haylage a bit dodgy.
out. What about you guys? Cam, Pete?
Yeah, I do a little bit of
You
running,
do?
yeah.
Yeah, go on.
I am East African, so
Yeah.
You've got a one. Yeah. You know, that's like the DNA. They run out of the pum pum.
Get this.
I know that. I've got what this.
Yeah. Quincy's running because he's getting chased by dogs and he's running for pum pum. This is mental. This is the worst.
Running out of the pum pum. Running out of the pum pum.
Oh, running out of the pum pum. I feel like Joe Wicks
That's
is
East
at home.
African DNA.
Joe Wicks is at home right
they
now.
run
This new training program. Pete, what about you?
I run for a bus, and that's about it.
Oh, good
You
lad.
should get a car.
Do you catch it? Do you catch it?
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic.
That's when bus drivers take the piss though. When they know people are running, they just put the foot on the X. That's what I would do. Just if I was a bus driver or ice cream
Bad.
just to see how bad you want this fucking 99. And I play that pedo music in the background. Look at these little fat fucks run. Look at him run for the 99 flake.
Yeah. And then you are dressed up in a tracksuit like Jimmy Savile, just driving around the school with your jewellery. Do you want a 99? I'll give you more than that. Go on, son. What?
By the time you catch this with ice cream thing, yeah, you deserve to put the sugar back on.
Do you want a flake with that? That's not a flake, son.
It's not fat.
I'll show you a flake. Do you remember?
I'll give you a gobstopper.
I know he's out.
He was a magnum. Way.
Whilst we're on the subject of cars, Range Rover have been hacked recently.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, can't make any cars, can't ship any cars, can't get any parts out, all because everything is linked via the internet.
Well, do you know what? I'm so glad they got hacked because I used to have a Range Rover, and every time I fill up my petrol, they hack my account. You know,
That is the most expensive way to
listen, let me tell you something. When I first got a Range Rover, I had money, you know, and I come out of the showroom, and I was like proper like bad man, and I was a bad man. Fucking slowed down. I was playing the rap music. Then I hit the petrol station, and from bad man, I went to poor man. I went from pulling into the petrol station like that, and I come out like that.
Oh, it's good. The only problem I've got with Range Rovers is that, look, I'm not that tall, I'm 5'10", but the only problem I've got with Range Rovers is it's always people under 5 foot always own a Range Rover. You see them they bring step ladders trying to get in.
Sure.
And the only reason I know this is because every time you drive it, I'm not aggressive. People get road rage, and every time I'm coming off the 406, slipping in here in London, it's always a Range Rover that tries to cut you up because they've got a bigger car.
Yeah.
And one day this guy did it, cut me up like that, and I just thought, oh, what is going on? I had enough, and I beeped. So then he beeped. He drove in front of me deliberately, kept stopping like this, and then he went like this. He put his indicator pointed to a slip of the thing, and he drove in like this, expected, like he's thinking, oh, people. And so I just followed him in because he's going like this, and then I just came out of the car. I said, "What are you doing?" And then this guy opened the door. This Range Rover, I thought I'm going to get killed, and this fella rolled out like one of the Oompa Loompas, and as he was walking, I thought, what is going on here? And then by the time he came over, I just thought, what is going on?
Pat, this is the weirdest story. This is the weirdest dog.
Lou Farquhar.
Exactly, yeah.
Is it Lou Farquhar guy in the car?
It was exactly like a look. And the attitude, because you always think when you see a Ranger, you think, oh, it's going to be like some
geezer, or Essex bird or something come out of the car.
And it was like,
that'd be the funny. It was 4 or 5, he looks massive. By the time he got to here, he picked it up. What do you want? What have you got?
Exactly. So that.
Use him as a fucking gear change.
Yeah. Mental. I'm glad that they bless you.
Yeah,
Sorry, someone allergic to Range Rovers.
All right then. Well,
The mention of it.
we have come to that point. I think we are at the end of it. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Quincy. We'd also like
Thank you.
Thank you. Give thanks, shout out to Mike Monkhouse for some additional material.
Thank you.
Thank you, and good night.